Hi, Diogenes. I'm Alexander the Great. I really admire your ability to poop anywhere and just not care. Make any wish, and I shall grant it. You are... Some people challenge society by writing books. Others give grand speeches. And then there was Diogenes of Sinope, a man who challenged society and social norms by living in a barrel, heckling important people, and proving over and over again that he could not be bothered to care about, well, anything. He wasn't just a philosopher. He was a walking social experiment. He completely rejected everything people considered normal. Wealth, useless. Social status, meaningless. Basic human decency, that's kind of optional, actually. He challenged the many things he viewed as absurdities within human behavior, and he made sure that everyone knew exactly what he thought. This guy was not the silent hunger protest type. Diogenes was aggressively minimalistic. Let's start with the fact that he didn't live in a house, or even a shack. No, he lived in a giant ceramic jar because, in his words, people were obsessed with unnecessary luxuries, like walls and a roof. He believed life should be simple. But Diogenes didn't just ignore social rules, he actively mocked them. He ate raw onions in crowded places, would routinely just stare at people to make them uncomfortable, and relieved himself wherever he pleased. His reasoning for doing this? Dogs do it, so why shouldn't I? I guess that's a good point. He also walked through Athens in broad daylight holding a lit lantern, claiming he was searching for an honest man, which really tells you all you need to know about what he thought of people. Ancient Greece had no shortage of deep thinkers. As you can imagine, if there's one thing Diogenes loved, it was humiliating philosophers who took themselves too seriously. His favorite target? Plato. One day, Plato, being Plato, claimed that man is a featherless biped. Sure, why not? Diogenes responded by plucking a chicken and dramatically marching it into Plato's academy, yelling, "Behold, a man! Leave me alone!" This was a man who spent his day plucking a chicken just to make a joke at the expense of Plato. A truly committed internet troll of his time. But the real moment that secured Diogenes' place in history was when he met Alexander the Great.
So please make any wish you would like, and I shall grant it.
You
Are blocking my sunlight!
Not gold, not land, not a title. Just get out of my sun. A true masterclass in not caring. And somehow, Alexander actually respected him for it. He even admitted that if he weren't Alexander, he'd want to be Diogenes. That's how impressively little this man cared. Diogenes spent his life proving that society's rules were mostly made up nonsense. He didn't want wealth, he didn't want power, he didn't even want a roof. And yet, he was completely content. Which raises the question, was he a madman? The first experimental psychologist? A lonely internet troll with nothing going for himself after a scandal in which he was exiled and had to abandon the prosperous family he was born into, and instead of dealing with this guilt or shame in a healthy way, he lashed out at society? Or was he onto something? So some of his ideas actually stuck. The philosophy of cynicism, which he helped pioneer, eventually influenced Stoicism, one of the most enduring schools of thought in history. So in a way, Diogenes wasn't just trolling. He was actually maybe kind of proving a point. But don't bother trying to compliment him for it. If you told Diogenes you agree with his philosophy, he'd probably just insult you for caring what he thought. After all, the last thing he'd want is for people to think he was important. So what do you think? Would society be able to survive if we all thought like Diogenes? Or would there be pretty much an immediate collapse? I kind of know which way I'm leaning. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.